My name is Mary Beth. I am the practice representative here at Creative Chiropractic Solutions in Berwyn, and I would like to welcome you to our class this evening on how to stay young the first 100 years. Catchy title, right? You might wonder, do I really need to know how to stay young for the first 100 years? What does that mean exactly? Well, the reality is people have been living many, many years longer than they used to. Sure, people used to die when they were a lot younger, but longevity is something that's happening, and we're really the first generation to actually witness what this long life brings. So, let's take a look at the stats. Do we really need to stay young, to know how to stay young the first 100 years? Think about it. Back in 1949, the average lifespan was 49 years old. In 2005, the average lifespan is up to 77.6 years old. That's a lot longer of a life. By 2050, it's predicted that 800,000 Americans will live to be past 100, and many will live to be 150 years old. So the reality is, we really do need to know what it means to live longer and how to make that long life more enjoyable. So let's take a look at what this long life has revealed. Like I said, we are the first generation of baby boomers to realize how life has changed with this long extended life. Let's look at some of the medical issues that have become much more commonplace with this increased lifespan. Alzheimer's being one. Dementia. We never really knew, I mean, these diseases existed years ago, but most people didn't live to be past 70, and that's really when you notice the onset of diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. Also, another area of medical field is cosmetic changes. We've wrinkles, skin care. That has really been an issue that we have noticed because of this longevity. The biggest issue that has really affected our lives with this increased longevity is the increase of spinal disorders, and that's something that has increased. Problems with spinal disorders has increased with this longevity. So, the most common cause of functional disability in people over 50 years of age are spinal disorders. I'm just going to repeat that because it's so important. The most common cause of functional disability in persons over 50 years of age are spinal disorders. Now think about it this way. If you knew someone was going to rob your house, you knew when they were going to rob it, that you knew the time, exact details of them coming into your home and taking your possessions, would you do something to prevent this? Of course you would. And we can do something to prevent the spinal degeneration. So in reality, that is much more important than your possessions, your health. Think about it this way. If we lose our mobility at age 65 and we live to be 105, that is 40 years of immobility and pain. 40 years. So let's take a look at some of the areas of healthcare that have made great improvements over the last several decades. One particular one is teeth. Your preventative healthcare for your teeth. You can go and get cleanings. You can get if you have a filling, you get that taken care of. You can get crowns. You can get root canals. We really have had the ability to maintain the longevity of our teeth through proper preventative dental care. And I think most people do realize the importance of that. Another area that we've made great strides in are the area of skincare and wrinkles. Since 1997, there has been a 465% increase in cosmetic procedures and people's desire to look younger. But really, more importantly than your skin or your teeth, those pearly whites are nice, but if you don't have mobility and you have spinal disorders, that is going to make you look and feel a lot older than you actually are. Your lack of mobility will make you look much older than crow's feet. So the reality is that if our spine were on our face, we would take better care of it. You would no longer wait until your teeth fall out before you deciding to maintain them, nor should you no longer wait till your back goes out until you take care of it. It's important for you to take that gamble that you're going to live to be past 50. How many of you think you're going to live to be past 50? Show of hands. And how many of you think your friends and your family will live to be past 50? Yes. Take that gamble. We need preventative care. And I'm going to tell you why preventative care, why it's so important. The truth of the matter is there is no such thing as a spine transplant. You can get a new kidney. You can get a new heart. You can get a new liver. You cannot get a new spine. It's imperative that you take care of the spine that you have. And the truth of the matter is, this is not limited to back pain. You cannot get a new neck either. Studies show that 1 in 3 adults have neck pain, and 85 out of 100 have lower back pain. Those are about as high as statistics as I think anybody would need to be convinced of the fact that it's important, imperative to take care of your spine and your neck. The key to this is preventative chiropractic care. Let's take a look at what would happen if we just let nature take its course. The graph that I'm showing you is the health span curve. Along the bottom, you'll see the ages of people, 10, 20, 30, all the way up into 120. On the left-hand side, you'll see the percentage. That percentage represents optimum mobility. As you can see on the graph, at age 23, most people have reached their optimum mobility. That's when they're feeling their best, they can move, their optimum mobility. That takes a drastic decline. By the age of 50, you'll see that the optimum mobility is at about 50%. And if any of you are 50 or just above or just below, you might even think that's a little conservative an estimate. And by the age of 60, that plummets even more to 25% of your optimum mobility. That's a huge difference from when you were 23. The big question you might be asking yourself at this point is, can this scale be changed, or is it too late to change the scale? Well, the good news is that scale can be changed. With preventative care, let's take a look at the goal of preventative chiropractic care. The red line is showing the original mobility scale, where at age 23, you're at your 100% ability, and at 50, you're down to 50%. With proper preventative chiropractic care, you can extend that scale to be at 75% all the way up until age 80. So with proper preventative care, you can extend your mobility scale to 75% all the way up until age 80. And I think that's what you would want for yourselves and your family and your friends. So you're probably thinking to yourself, you've already waited a while to come in. You waited till you were in pain. The reality is pain is the last thing to show and the first thing to go. So is it too late for you? Well, it's not too late. There can always be improvements to this mobility scale. So you could definitely get on board and make positive improvements for the rest of your life. The important thing to know about the scale and about what we can do for you is you need to complete all 3 stages of your recommended care here at Creative Chiropractic Solutions. I'm going to go over the different phases with you. The first being pain management, second is stabilization, and third, and most importantly, is maintenance or preventative care. So let's take a look at the first phase, phase 1, pain relief. Basically, what's happening to your body, why you have the pain, is result of something, nerve interference, and causing subluxations in your spine. Think of it this way. Think of a garden hose, and think of it when it's turned on, the water runs fluidly out into the garden. Think about when you kink up that hose. Basically, it stops the flow. Basically, that's what's happening with the pain. The nerves are getting interfered with, and that's causing the pain. So the solution to these subluxations in your spine are adjustments. So to remove the pain, we must remove the pressure of the nerve from the spine. This is going to take some time. This did not happen overnight. So the first is to relieve that pain. After this, you must not stop here. It's important and imperative that you listen to the doctor's recommendation and follow through with all 3 steps of care. So once the pain subsides, like I said, the pain is always the last to show and the first to go. It's important to follow on to the phase 2, which is stabilization. So stabilization will take some time. Your body did not get this way overnight. It's probably years and years of improper posture, different things, and it cannot be fixed. It didn't happen overnight, so it cannot be fixed overnight. Think about it this way. Can you go to the gym and get fit in a day? I wish you could. Can you go to the gym and lift weights and come out after one day looking like Mr. or Ms. Olympia? Or can you go to an orthodontist and get braces on and a week later have perfectly straight teeth? It would be nice if it happened that way, but the reality is it doesn't happen that way. So this phase is going to take some effort on your part and perseverance, and it's certainly like going to the gym or getting the braces will ultimately absolutely pay off to your well-being. So once you complete the stabilization phase of your care, we're moving on to the most important part, and the one I get most excited about, and that is maintenance or preventative care. This is crucial, and this is the area of care that will change that mobility scale, that will change it to getting 75% mobility until you're 80 years old. This is the crucial part, and this phase will actually not take a lot of time. It won't take a lot of money. It's really a great investment in your future. And I'm sure this is what you want for you. And I'm sure this is what you want for the people you care about, your friends and your family. So I knew you're probably saying to yourself, I knew it. Chiropractors would say, oh, you have to come back for life. Well, if you think about it, the reality is you're actually right. Think about it this way. Did you ever go to the dentist and they said, hey, you're good. You don't need to come back again till you have a serious toothache or tooth pain? No, you go to the dentist and you get preventative care and you maintain your teeth. Do you ever go to an eye doctor? Probably in 3rd grade is when they checked your eyes and they said, oh, you're good, you're fine, just come back if you have a problem. No doctor says that, nor should any doctor actually say that to you. It would be doing a disservice to you if they actually said that, and you probably want to seek a new doctor. We don't want you to come into our office any more than you have to. Our adjusting rooms are pretty full as it is. We want to help you do what it takes to change that mobility scale. And that's the preventative maintenance portion of the care system. We can't remove your wrinkles We can't really make your teeth stay white, but we can help you to move and to function and live a better quality of life in those later years, especially. So you might be asking yourself, wait, enough about me, what about my friends and family? Can the scale be changed for them also? Well, the answer to that question is absolutely, the scale can be changed for them. And this is probably something they've never heard of. It's never too soon to start. If you think about it, even as soon as the day that a baby's born, is a traumatic thing on a baby's spine. So basically, from the day, and newborns should be examined. They should come into the office and our doctors can take a look at them. It's never too soon to start. It's really important for your whole family's well-being to get in the office, get checked out, and start a treatment plan. This will be one of the best investments that you can make in your lives and the lives of your family members. I also wanted to tell you just a little bit real quickly about how I got into the office here. I have been a patient here for about 5 years. I started out coming in after a knee injury, and I think my gait was off. I was having a lot of lower back pain, shooting down the spine, the sciatica, and I came in to see Dr. Andy, and I'm very active. I am on the other side of 50. And want to stay active and want to be mobile and want to play the sport that I love, which is volleyball. And started coming to him, and he's really kept me over the last 5 years to still be competitive. I play against people half my age. I can still play with my daughter, who's 18. We like to play doubles together. So really, I totally see how it's improved the quality of my life to be able to do the things that I love to do, even over 50, hopefully up to 80, and keep that quality of life going and that active level of life that I personally really enjoy. And I'm sure a lot of you also would enjoy that, to do the things you love, to continue to be able to do the things that you love. So tonight, I want to tell you about a deal that we're offering for you, your family members, friends, for a $20 donation, which we are actually donating to the Upper Mainline Y to get memberships for underprivileged kids to help get them started on an active, healthy lifestyle. So for that $20 donation, your friends and family can come in and see one of our doctors. They will get a exam, a consultation. They'll also get a report of findings. And we can help them change that mobility scale and get them started on a healthy lifestyle. So I have Sarah in the back here. She's a colleague of mine, and she has our appointment book handy, and she can help schedule appointments for your family members and friends. Do understand that you might not be exactly sure of their schedule. That's not a problem. We'll go ahead and come up with a time you think will work for them, and if for some reason that time is not acceptable for them, it doesn't work, we're happy to change that. They'll already be on the books. They'll already have their appointment schedule taken care of. We'll have their information. So this is a deal we're offering tonight just for you all in our office, not for the general public. We can't have everybody calling saying they want to get in, they heard about the deal. We're too busy during the day to really kind of deal with that. So let's get them scheduled, get them on the books, and Sarah can help you out with that and get them started on a healthy lifestyle and get them started on the path to really stay young the first 100 years. So I want to thank you again for joining us. It's been my pleasure to be with you this evening. I hope everybody had a happy new year, and let's start 2016 off on the right foot with that healthy lifestyle and how to stay young the first 100 years. Thank you.